That might be the move. Walking out to Who Let the Dogs Out? I don't know, though. That might not be the move. You know what I think he should do, chat? He should walk out to some really, really African music. Don't you agree? Because I bet you Izzy's going to walk out to some kind of anime theme or maybe some kind of this, some kind of that. I think Dricus should walk out to dude, he 100% should walk out to that, dude. I don't know if he should. Maybe you should walk out to that, dude. That'd be the move. Please walk out to the Lion King theme. Please. Because if you know what's good, yeah, if Adesanya walks out to like the Saw theme before that, dude, it would absolutely African mog him. That's what he would he would African mog him there. Thank you for the $2, JCS Films. Appreciate that. Thank you for the $5, Brooke Jabrizis. What do you make of the Weasels' take that prime featherweight McGregor would have beaten all the featherweight champions? I could see it because he was a bit different. So I could see it, but I don't know, man. I don't know. People forget, man. McGregor was a lot more hitter. Chat, yes or no, yeah? On his featherweight rise, this is a hot take, actually, that not a lot of people say. On his featherweight rise, McGregor's striking defense was exposed a lot more than people think it was. Can I just say that? A lot of people act like he just blitzed through the whole division. And don't get me wrong, the results of the fights were dominant for him on paper. But his striking defense, as he went up the rankings, dude, it was kind of slowly getting a little exposed. He had a great chin, he did. He had a really good chin. But, yeah, Poirier's low kicks. You know, a lot of people were catching him with big shots, you know what I mean? But he still won. But I'm just saying, like, he wasn't this untouchable, killable god. Untouchable or unkillable god in the featherweight division. Like, there was definitely, like, times where you're like, oh, shit, if someone else landed that, that might be it. You know what I mean? Like the Dennis Seaver fight. Yeah, some moments in the Seaver fight, you looked a little bit, oh, you know, you've thrown 10 wheel kicks in a row now. What are we doing here? You know what I mean? I think he missed about 8 wheel kicks against Dennis Seaver. It was kind of bad, but yeah. And in the first Poirier fight, he got tagged quite a bit. Damn. Impression of Bilal being force-feeded pork rinds. No, I'm good. Is there anywhere in particular you would want the UFC to visit next that you would want to head, and who would you want to headline that card? I think it's time to do a UFC Japan card. They just signed the Korean Zombies regional promotion of fights, so they signed it to Fight Pass. So yeah, thank you for the 11 months of membership, dude. All love from Iraq. Allahu Akbar, my brother. Thank you for the 10 months of membership, dude. Thank you for the $2, Joshua S. Izzy is far more boring. I've already read this. Izzy is far more boring than Strickland. You're counteracting it. I'd say that in terms of fight style, they're about even. In fact, probably Israel Adesanya is a bit more dynamic. But I don't really care. I just find Israel Adesanya intolerable to witness the existence of. That's all. Thank you for the membership, Charles Fogg. I appreciate the membership, dude. Thank you. Very much indeed. Is Guru defatifying? Well, I've been on low calories for the last 3 weeks, so I would hope so. Just a little bit. People complain about Izzy getting a title fight, but this fight is way better than a Strickland rematch. It is. That's why I don't really complain about it. Like, do I want to complain about the legitimacy of it? Yes. He doesn't deserve it. He's the most privileged fighter in UFC history. His whole legacy is now fake and doesn't count no matter what he does. But something you have to consider is, I can't remember. Yeah, this is a really fun matchup. It's going to be a fun build-up, you know. Thank you for the 5 months of membership, Muhammad Ali. Jiří versus Pereira was a kind of premature stoppage. Then Izzy versus Pereira was definitely a bad stoppage. He was up and still on his feet, moving his head. Jiří versus Pereira was kind of a premature stoppage. Yeah, but Izzy's one was a little bit different because it was more of a sustained beating than Jiří's. Jiří got caught, went for a takedown, got hit a few more times and rolled back. Adesanya had been wobbled for about 30 seconds, getting hit, and then he just covered up and didn't move at all. Like, they literally tell you not to do that, so you can't blame that. And I don't really blame the Jiří stoppage either. I get why Goddard stepped in. He did look like he went out for a bit. But, you know, they should let these fights go longer. And I agree with you. Both of them were a little bit early. But let me tell you this. Both of them were a little bit early. Who's with me here, chat? They were a little bit early. Fair play. But not because the guys would have survived and you wanted to see it. They're a little bit early because we didn't get to see him out cold. And that's what I want to see. I wanted Adesanya face first on the canvas, lifeless in front of Pereira. That fucking Goddard call saved him further humiliation. Fake. I wanted Pereira to have 2 highlight reel flatline KOs over Adesanya, and Goddard robbed us of that. Lame ass bitch, Goddard, dude. Thank you for the $2. And it just ruins the highlight of Pereira as well. Imagine how much cooler a highlight would have been if Pereira lined up that knee or an uppercut. Just fucking slept Adesanya out cold. Would have been such a cooler moment. DDP's not going on Ariel's show anymore. Let's go, dude. Oh, that's funny. That is funny to me, dude. Apparently, DDP's gone MIA on Ariel since becoming the champ. I don't know if it's true, though. He might have just, like, not got the message one time. Because, I mean, how many times would he have been on Ariel if he... What's Ariel actually expecting there, though? What, does he want him to, like... You got to be here once a month after you become champ? Like, dude, he might come on Fight Week or some shit. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. I don't know. Apparently, he's gone MIA. So, yeah. Will you do live streams for Dana White's Contender Series this year? Maybe. Maybe I will. Who knows? It depends on the episode. I probably will if I care about a fighter that's on the episode. Thank you for the 42 months of membership. Proper, a long-time supporter, dude. Over 3 fucking years you've been here, man. Thank you very much. 3.5 years. Starting to lean towards Jiří. Pereira said no at first, likely due to an injury. Jiří said yes right away, so he's probably injury-free. Yeah, I'm starting to lean towards Jiří as well. And I'd love it if Jiří won, because then they do a trilogy and Ankalaev would have to fight 2 more times. Delaying the inevitable. It's fun. Thank you for the 42 months of membership. Yeah, I kind of think Jiří might win as well. I'm thinking it more and more. Impression of Strickland hyping up the crowd at the press conference in New Delhi. I'm going to eat this street fruit for you fucking guys, dude. For you fucking guys. I'm going to shit my pants for you guys. Lopez or Ortega? Lopez. Thoughts on Izzy's tweet about DDP's ancestors? I don't know how innocent he thinks his was. Israel Adesanya's ancestors likely sold their own people into slavery. So I'd rather be DDP's ancestors, if you ask me, dude. Israel Adesanya's ancestors are a rich family of Yoruba people. How comes you didn't go over to America, Izzy? So if we really want to get into whose ancestors did what, there's a real rabbit hole on both ends. So I don't think Izzy can be doing that. But of course, they got mogged, history mogged. So they're the victim. I get it. When Black Fighters win, Jones, Izzy, it's rigged. It's rigged? No. It's just that sometimes scorecards are bad. Thank you for the $2. Impression of Strickland hyping up the crowd at a press conference in New Delhi. And I called Moreno Figueiredo rigged, the rematch, and I still think it was. And I called Lawler versus Nico Price rigged. I still think it was. I thought Lawler versus Nick Diaz was rigged. I still think it was. You're just looking for something that isn't there. I am what you think I am, but please find like an accurate example of why. Impression of Strickland hyping up the crowd at the press conference. I've already read it. For UFC 305 fight week, please debate Kenny Okoye. He says DDP has no chance and Izzy's the middleweight GOAT. Guy's insufferable. I reckon you'd school him. Yeah, obviously I would, but he's just Nigerian, and Nigerian people are out for Nigerians only. You've got to understand that. They're the modern day Nazi Germans, Nigerian people. They're insane. Like, they're actually insane. If you had like to go through the whole world, every single population, and do like a lie detector test, like, do you think you're superior to others? Nigerians have probably come up the most. They're insane. Even though their average height's like 5'4". They're actually insane people. So you can't reason with them. He's going to pick the Nigerian guy no matter what. DDP could save his fucking mum from a house fire. he'd still pick Israel Adesanya. Nigerians are Nigerian till they die. You have to understand that, dude. They're all Nigerian. Maybe some of the reason for favoritism towards Izzy is because just before the first Alex fight, Izzy signed a massive contract and the UFC want to get their money back. That might be actually a good point, Timber. Very true. Thank you for the 10 Australian dollars. That's a very good point. Because they don't maybe want him fighting contenders where he's not going to generate as much interest while also paying him on the same contract. That might be true. In which case, they're really retarded for thinking that he would just, go undefeated the rest of his career when he signed it. So it's kind of interesting. Maybe the contract is a way of like them justifying locking him into permanent title fights. I eat unproportional amounts of peanut butter. Dude, same. I just finished this whole tub this morning. Tuesday. No. Chat, stop making people's careers by gaslighting me into punching down against them. Whoa, I worded that perfect. Stop making retards' careers by gaslighting me into punching down against them. That is exactly how it is, dude. Stop. Okay? Please stop doing that. You do this every other fucking month. Honestly. Thank you for the $5. Just call me Ray. I appreciate you. By the way, why does one not bring up Izzy 100% being on roids? Is it because he's black? No, we do bring it up. Thank you for the $5. It's just there's no... With Izzy and Jones, there's like an unfaltered loyalty towards them from a certain demographic. With people like Pimlet, there really isn't, outside of maybe Scousers, but even they would be like, damn, he lost that Jared Gordon fight. He's actually a bum. You know what I mean? There's no like blind loyalty based on that for certain people. There is with others. What about TJ Dillashaw? Yeah, no one denies that he did it. You know, they all just come down on him and absolutely deny his career. You're making my point. Just call me Ray. You're making my point. There's no blind loyalty for one side of things based on something. But there is with other people. Can I get my daily botched? I'll make the new dog in the yard. Botched. Thank you for the free Australian dollars, dude. I know I'm just pissed. I know, yeah. But it is what it is. Impression of Kenny Okoye, you know the voice. I don't know his voice. I've seen him tweet some things, but I don't know his voice. Thank you for the $2. Again, stop making retards get a career in this space by gaslighting me into punching down against them. You tried to do the same thing with the fan. Stop. It's the same shit every few months, man. You're just making retards careers. Thank you for the $2, dude. There's some big weird ass. I don't even know what he looks like. I've seen him tweet a few times. Bet the house on Sergey by KO. Will I be homeless? Thank you for the $7 Canadian. Shikoli's a fucking bum. He's only in the UFC because he's Mackenzie Dern's fucking boyfriend. If this is the person that I'm thinking of, if he's now back in that fight. So like he's awful, dude. He's not good. He doesn't have finishing potential. He's been finished by great opponents. He's been beaten by lesser opponents in his regional career. He's fought a bunch of opponents that were absolute schmucks that were basically layups for him to get wins and back on a win streak. He's scraped by iffy decisions against them that weren't even that impressive. He's a very mid of the range guy that just has a privileged start of his career. If he was put through the same gauntlet than most other regional fighters were, he'd probably be asleep by now. But he's marketable and he's Mackenzie Dern's boyfriend, so they're going to put him in these spots. Shara should beat the fuck out of him. He can't really grapple. And I don't know, he's pretty slow on the feet, in my opinion. Pretty slow, pretty unathletic. Not much finishing potential. So I think we'll see Shara Magomedov very comfortable in the pocket against him. Swinging shots and not hesitating on anything because he might get slept. You know what I'm saying? Remember people's narrative leading into 259 that Izzy would beat Yan because he was a heavyweight kickboxer? Then when he loses, it's because of weight. Yeah, I know. But remember, dude, you know what the most annoying thing of all history in the UFC is, chat? And I'm going to say this right now. Are you ready? The most annoying thing in UFC history is Israel Adesanya fucking fake weight cutting for his fight with Jan Blachowicz and making himself come in way under to give himself that excuse and everyone buying it. Dude cut from like 220 something pounds for that Jan Blachowicz fight down to about 203 or whatever it was, 201. maybe 220. He cut from there. He cut for that fight, and everyone's like, dude, he's so light. He came in under the limit. He weighed more against Pereira at middleweight. He cut weight for the Jan Blachowicz fight. And I hated that for ages, dude, because it was like 200 pounds, 199 or some shit. He didn't weigh 193. He didn't. He weighed like 199, 200. It was around, I think it was 201 or some shit. But yeah, he had a pizza at the weigh-in. Yeah, he played this whole narrative that I'm so small and I'm so much smaller, which he is, but he cut weight. He absolutely cut weight. On Embedded, he was crying in his hotel room with towels over him. He cut weight for the fight. And they even weighed him on fight day against Pereira. Remember, he came in at like 210 at middleweight? 205, some shit. Like, he wasn't lesser for when he fought Blachowicz. He was looking bigger. It really annoyed me when people just let him get away with that bullshit, dude. Literally a built-in excuse. This is why I hate him, dude. He's such a fucking cunt. Jesus Christ. Like, it can't just be, oh, I fought him at my best and I won. He has to fake something beforehand. That was such a gay move from him. Thank you for the $5. What's next for Izzy after Dricus beats the shit out of him? I guess he'll be shitless and no more shit to give. I don't know. I guess Chimaev? No, they'll never do that. They'll never, ever, ever, ever do that. He'll never have to fight a dangerous contender coming off a loss for a belt. They'll probably do him versus like Cannonier 2 or some shit. I could actually see them trying to pull that shit off as well. Oh, we do Cannonier a favor by still giving him a top fight, even though, you know, the stoppage. Meanwhile, they just giving Izzy a layup again. You know what I mean? I only doubt Dricus because this is contender Izzy. Yes, of course. How could we forget? Who wins in a fight, Luis J. Gomez or Shane Gillis? Luis J. Gomez is like never was cool when he was a kid, now desperately trying to be as a 40-year-old. So he's picked up martial arts at 40 years old. So he'd probably win that. Even though Gillis is way bigger, I still think he would win. He's done some training, right? He's also one of those guys that, you know, I became friends with a fighter, so now I have to prove myself to them because I'm gay. You know what I mean? That's what certain people do as well. They become friends with a fighter, like Luis J. Gomez did with Bisping, and now they have to just take up training and take a fight to like show how tough. Like, you know, when Oscar Willis started hanging around Dan Hooker, it's like this weird thing that they do to try and fit in with him. It's really strange. Whereas the fighter's probably like, okay, and did you see the Jesse on Fire video of him listening to AI Connor's voice note and thinking it's real? No, I didn't see that. No. That sounds funny as fuck, though. But it'll never be funnier than the Jesse on Fire stand-up comedy routine that he did. Little guy. Thank you for the $5. Impression of Anshul Jabli and Casey O'Neill getting it on. I don't know if I can redeem it, hurt. I'm just happy I'm getting attention. I'm so glad. Thank you for the $2, JT O'Neill. Yeah, you probably talk about another moment where he just said some idiot in his mum's basement. Basically, this is the cycle of Ariel Helwani, chat, okay? No testosterone. Boring. Dull. No one gives a fuck. Wins one argument because the person gives him a layup to beat them. His testosterone skyrockets to like 10% of what a man should have. And now he's feeling himself for a few weeks. And then it will calm down again. And then he'll be irrelevant for another month. Which is kind of the Ariel cycle of life. Irrelevant, dull, boring. What did you get up to on the weekend, GC? And all this type of shit. Then he wins an argument, and all of a sudden he becomes super Ariel with like 10%, again, as I said, testosterone that a man should have at his age. And he starts going insane, and he starts sending shots at everyone, feeling himself a bit too much, insults a fighter that he never would in real life, and then he sort of winds back down again. You know what I mean? And realizes, oh, okay, I'm getting a bit too big for my boots. I'll calm down again. This is the cycle of Ariel, dude. We just leave him to it. You know what I mean? He'll have another meltdown in a bit. Oh, I'm the victim of this. And then he'll win an argument against someone. And then he'll be like, I'm the fucking man again. And then he'll be irrelevant and asking fucking New York Rick what you got up to over the weekend. Oh, you went to see that movie? How was it? Would you recommend it for the family? And that's what you have to listen to for a bit until he wins another argument. So here's what it is. That's not me. I'm retarded. Ariel's not. That makes it fun in the meantime. Thank you for the $2. Bro right now is reminding me of how people talked on Sugar. I don't know what that's in relation to, dude. Impression of Dricus beating Adesanya's ass from top position. All right, dude. Normally you'd have to buy me a drink to do this. Botched. I see I struck a nerve there. Thank you for the $7 Canadian. Did you watch the Dana interview on Club Shisha? He came up with a BS excuse of why he won't pay fighters. Thank you for the $5. Every striker has had to fight a grappler. Even privileged ones. Connor with Habib. Alex will fight Ankalaev. But Izzy's best grappler was Vettori and Brunson. Yeah, I know, right? Isn't that weird? Yeah, they have. They really have. And even McGregor eventually had to fight Mendes on the come up as well, which was actually a tough matchup for him. Of course, it wasn't ideal for him, and it was on short notice. I'm saying for Mendes, that is. But, yeah, crazy, right? Yeah. Brunson is a grappler, though, but he's just a shit grappler, which is weird because sometimes it works. I don't know. Brunson, in my opinion, just shit the bed in the Israel Adesanya fight. I actually think if he just waited and didn't rush so much, he actually could have maybe beaten Adesanya. Who's with me on that, chat? A little bit. Like, you know, Brunson, basically after losing to Adesanya and a few others after, Whitaker, he lost to it the same way. He immediately started not rushing anymore. And he actually started getting his takedowns. True. It's actually true, chat, whether you like it or not. It's actually true whether you like it or not. When he stopped rushing, the takedown rate got way better for him in his career. Way better. Way higher success rate with takedowns as soon as he stopped rushing for him. And this is proven by his Shabazian fight, by his Till fight, and by the even part of the Dricus fight. Even who's the other guy? Darren Till, I've already said. There was another guy that he did much better with his Jared Cannonier in moments. People forget. People forget, man. He dropped Cannonier in the first round. He stayed patient on the feet, dropped him, and then got him down at the end of the first, had his back rear naked choke locked in at the end of the round. People forget about all of that. Till shit, though, I get that. But Brunson, Kevin Holland, exactly the same situation. When he's more patient, his wrestling was way better. If he was more patient against Izzy, he might have caught a kick and took him down, and then who knows? You know what I mean? People write off Brunson, but he was retarded at one point. It's not a terrible take. You don't know the sport. It's an absolutely correct take. Derek Brunson's wrestling effectiveness in the octagon got better when he stopped rushing. If you disagree with that take, you're incorrect. It's not a take. It's a statistic. Thank you. End of discussion there. Back to donos. Gay-ass chat room. Disagree with anything because they're gay. Thank you for the $5, Obese Tomato. Don't hate on John. Have you not heard from Rogan how he opened up the Shogun fight with a flying knee? Oh my God. The 6'3.5" athletic phenom opened up with a flying knee against a fucking fat sack of messy shit 5'11" Shogun Hua. No way. 2 years after he got fucking exposed by Forrest fucking Griffin, that shit fighter. No way did Jones do that, dude. Impossible. I don't believe it. Next thing you'll be telling me nearly all of his opponents were 5'11", other than the ones that he struggled with in Gustafsson and Reyes that just so happened to be 6'4", his size. No way. Thank you for the $5. Ryan Garcia didn't retire. It's been 2 days since he got any attention, and he's a fucking retard. He has every single deck of cards that you could possibly get to live the most G'd up life possible, but he can't fucking help the fact that he's born with a fucking child's mind, and he literally acts like a fucking female on social media. He's not fucking retired. He just hasn't been mentioned or talked about for 2 days, and he's throwing a hissy fit. It's not a real retirement. I don't give a fuck. Sandman 2-1 underdog. Should we take him? Yes. I think you have. I might go Umar still, to be honest. I think Umar does beat him. I think Sandhagen's a bit frail. You know what? Sometimes, chat, I'm going to say this right now. You can be too technical and smart, fight like you, for your own good. Who's with me? There are certain fighters that are so technical and smart and have such high fight IQ, it will detriment them. I bet you anything, yeah. If you put Umar against a guy who's frantically trying to fucking separate from him if he gets a hold of him with a takedown, he'll have a better chance of sleeping Umar. But Sandhagen, yeah, I bet you he's going to try and go with the flow of Umar's grappling. I bet you, dude. He's going to go with the flow. He's going to be all calm while Umar has like hooks around his back with his hands. He's going to try and Granby roll with him a little bit. You know what I mean? He's not going to have the franticness that he might need in that matchup, you know? Thank you for the $2. Impression of Chael losing his shit on Ariel. I'd fucking choke you out right now if I was there. All right, well, come get it, buddy. Bring it. Come on. You're actually here? Ah. Did you see Ariel act like he got the title shot and knocked out Rockhold for Bisping? Yeah. Maybe I will make a video just like time to humble Ariel Helwani again. He's acting out because he has been acting out recently, acting like he got Bisping his title shot when it was literally Rockhold choosing him. And that was chat. Yes or no? That is casual MMA knowledge. I wouldn't even think that was hardcore MMA knowledge because of how big of an upset it was. I think people know the story. Rockhold chose Bisping, not casual. But, like, that's, like, old generation casual. Like, the last generation's casuals. They would know that. That was very well spoken out. You know what I'm saying? Dude, Dricus fans are... Dricus haters are fucking insane. Chat, I know I rallied behind Dricus, but why the fuck do people hate on Dricus? Is it just Adesanya fans? Any post about him, dude, it's just hatred. He's probably one of the best champions we've had. Not the best champions we've had, but he's not doing anything wrong. You know what I mean? I take back best champions he's had. Izzy haters are insane, yeah. Like, you know what they do about Dricus chat? They speak on behalf of everyone. No one's joining in, though. I'll see a comment that has like 5... No, not best champion, I take it back. But I'm saying he's doing shit that champions do. He has fun fights. He has the highest strike output in UFC middleweight history. One of them. One of the highest strike outputs in UFC middleweight history. He has fun fights every time, no matter what. Name a boring DDP fight. You cannot. He made a Strickland fight fun. Shows up, never pulled out of a fight. Took a short notice against Whitaker, beat him. The only time he's pulled out of a fight is when he was not healthy enough to accept it in the first place. He's never signed on the dotted line and then just dipped out. You know what I mean? The highest striking output of a middleweight ever. There you go. I understand. But yeah, people are saying shit like, it's funny and sad. No one recognizes this man as champion. Like, they just speak on behalf of an imaginary community around them. He's a champ. I don't understand. Bro, what's up with these guys like Go MMA and shit? He's a clip channel. I hate the current clip channels, though. I will say that. It's no longer about funny moments for them. It's just getting the views. But I get that's what it's become. But I used to like when clip channels had put together, like, you know, when they were actually fans of the channel and they would like find a funny moment where chat laughed and we're laughing together and chat's chucking jokes in and I'm reading them and it's making it funnier. They're those classic moments. They don't get like put up as clips anymore. Those are the classic moments. But nowadays it's just like Guru said something that will get people to comment. I'll post that. Guru said something controversial about this. Let's post that. You know what I mean? That's all it is. That's all it is these days. It's kind of lame, but it's all good. I'm not saying what clip channels do that. It's just that the clip channels do not orientate around the most entertaining clips. They orientate around the most controversial or the ones that are going to get the most hate comments or just interaction via hate comments, I guess. Like, the worst take I say every stream is on a clip. And every stream I'm going to have a worst take. The worst one will be a clip. Fact. Every time. Undeniable. We could have a funny moment. Never see it again. Impression of Hap shooting Chandler. He plays it off. No. No, dude. Calm down. He would not shoot Chandler, dude. Just shooting his dad, huh? That's what you think was going to happen? Okay, dude. All right. See you later, guys. Thank you for tuning in. The chat has descended into shit. Members, go to the community tab. Non-members, I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Toodle Pippington.